I saw this one on eBay and I couldn't resist trying it. So, Sunflowers HoneyDaze from Elizabeth Arden. I think this is actually the flanker that was released in 2023. The one that came out this year looks like it's going to be a kind of more of a like tiara flower, like beachy floral, and I don't get on at all with beachy floral, so I didn't really think it was worth me purchasing it. But I did think it might be worth trying HoneyDaze, because as you can see there's a bee on the front going into the sunflower, and this has a beeswax note, which is what drew my attention in the first place. So sunflowers, obviously absolute classic old school perfume, excuse me. Everyone used to wear this back when I was young. When it first came out, it was very popular in the UK, and it really does smell like summer to me, like the original Sunflowers. It's actually too much of a beast for me to want to wear it, and it's just too strong and floral for me. Even the modern version of it, which is massively watered down, it's still too strong for me. But it is, interestingly, the smell that I associate with literal sunflowers, even though that is not what that perfume is. It's so, like, it was so prevalent that just the word sunflowers now makes me think of the original sunflower scent. So I thought I would try this one. So let's have a look at this massive bottle. Okay. They haven't changed the bottle. It's still in this classic look. So this is HoneyDaze. I'll just move this down a little bit. So the notes in HoneyDaze are top notes of beeswax, citrus and mandarin orange, mid notes of magnolia and jasmine, and base notes of cedar. This is an interesting one. This really, to me, does still smell quite a lot like the original sunflower. So it's quite an obvious flanker, and I don't know that they're always quite so similar to the original. But I can really get a little hint of the original sunflowers in this one. So I'm going to spray this out. Yeah, I mean, especially when I first spray it, it smells like a slightly more modern, slightly lighter, and to me, I'm sad to say it, slightly more shampoo-y version of the original sunflowers. So I was excited about this one because of the beeswax note. And the beeswax note is voted as being the strongest note in this perfume, but I'm not really sure I would say that. I think there's quite a lot of citrus here, especially in the opening, but I find that the magnolia is very strong in this perfume. This smells slightly sharp, and I find the white florals here, both the jasmine and the magnolia, to be a little bit screechy. I'm sad to say it, but I do think they're a little bit screechy here. There is an element here where you could say, okay, that's the beeswax. There's like a slight interesting sweetness. It's not as kind of waxy feeling as I wanted it to be. In fact, I'd go as far as to say that maybe the original smells slightly more waxy than this. And it doesn't smell honeyed to me, as I was really hoping it would. I was hoping that that beeswax note would include a kind of sweet, syrupy honey feel, even if it was light and the citrus cuts through it. But I'm not getting that. I'm getting a citrusy magnolia and jasmine shampoo. And it's like quite nose tingly. Now, of course, I am recording this video in very late January. It's not the greatest of weather, although I do have the heating on high in my room right now. So this probably will smell better in warmer weather because I think it's designed for warmer weather. But I don't love this one. I'm a bit sad that they didn't really push it with the beeswax, you know. Now, this has been compared to Kim Kardashian's Honey, Pure Honey. I have that perfume. I really like that perfume, but that is definitely not what I'm getting from this. I mean, to be fair, Pure Honey is also a very, it's a very floral perfume, but there's a lot of honey in that. There's a lot of sweetness. I feel like if you wear Pure Honey in warm weather, there is almost a sort of caramelly, sticky sweetness in that perfume that you're just not getting in this. This is far, far sharper. It's far more floral in a kind of classic white floral way. Whereas I think you've got that mixture in Pure Honey of it being like partially gourmand, partially white floral, and it has honeysuckle in that one. So the honeysuckle works so nicely, I think, with the honey and I think there might be tonka bean and vanilla and all kinds of yummy sweet things in Pure Honey. But here, because you've got that magnolia and jasmine, I mean, I'm telling you, I feel like if they used honeysuckle here, this could have been something quite magical. But those shampooey white florals are just not for me. I think if you like a shampooey white floral, if you like things like you like Elizabeth Arden Splendor, if you really love the original sunflowers, then I feel like this might be a shoe-in for you. I think you're probably going to be fine with it. But I just don't love the kind of sharp white floral thing. I don't like a vintage white floral very much. I need something sweet to balance it out. And I'm not really getting that with this particular guy, which is a bit of a shame, but it was really fun to try it. I mean, it kind of, I feel like this smells its nicest when you first spray it and from the bottle. And then the white florals just entirely take over for me. I think right there in the top, you get that hint of the kind of almost melony sweetness that you have in the original sunflowers. And then you get that kind of hint of that sweetness that you'd get from the beeswax, but then it kind of just turns into a shampoo floral. A real shame. But anyway, I'm sure there's loads of people who like this. Please let me know down below if you do like this one. And yeah, if you've smelt this, then let me know. If you smell any of the other flankers of sunflowers, let me know which ones you like. I've definitely reviewed one before on my channel, but sadly it had that kind of tarry aroma chemical in it that I can't get along with. But yeah, this one, it was interesting to smell it, not for me. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back soon with another video. Thanks guys, bye.